All right, let's do this. This is Elliot with your GRE question of the day, and we're going to be taking a look at a pretty tricky two blank sentence completion question. Here it is on the screen. If you haven't tried it already, pause me for a minute to give yourself a chance to read through, see if you can apply our method of anticipating or predicting, sticking your own word or phrase into the blank to see what would make sense. And then match that up to the answer choices. And when you're ready, you can unpause me. We'll walk through it together. All right, so the sentence here says, the more time you spend reading Reese, some author, doesn't matter if we don't know who that is, the more time you spend reading Reese, the more you become aware of the imaginative craft that went into blank, the world of dingy bars and tatty boarding houses, that her intimate yet unembarrassed prose blank. Right, so we're talking about the way the writer goes about writing them words. And let's see, did you try sticking words into these blanks as you were reading through? So the more you become aware of the imaginative craft that went into, well, imaginative craft goes into like making up the world of dingy bars and tatting boarding houses. So something like making up, creating, something like that. That her intimate yet unembarrassed prose talks about, right? I think is just trying to keep it real simple. Don't use any fancier words because then this will make evaluating the answers a little bit more straightforward a process. So that first blank, since it's this imaginative craft that went into, I think creating is a really great synonym to be using. And which of the words in that first column there fits best with creating? Fashioning, yeah, great job. Fashioning roughly means creating. Let's take a quick look at these other two answers. I could see if you would want to go with documenting, okay? Because we don't know. If we don't know Reese, how do we know that it's fiction versus maybe she's like a journalist and she's just writing down what she sees about these dingy bars and tatting boarding houses. But I think a key word here is imaginative craft that went into it. So if she's using her imagination, then probably she's not just documenting this world. So we get rid of that one. Imitating really just means copying. That really doesn't work here. Hopefully you did not find yourself choosing that one. Fashioning is going to work really nicely in that first blank. And her intimate yet unembarrassed prose does something. We've got a list of verbs here. So it talks about, the prose is the actual words, right? The text talks about this word. So do we have one of those choices that sounds like talks about? Well, devises would really mean like to come up with, like you devise a plan very often. So that doesn't seem to fit too well. Delineates is a good synonym for describes. So talks about, describes, that's probably warm enough to choose. Ascertain would mean like to learn about or find out about something, to grasp something maybe. So that does not seem to fit as well here as delineates. So the more time you spend reading Reese, the more you become aware of the imaginative craft that went into fashioning the world of dingy bars and tatty boarding houses that her intimate yet unembarrassed prose delineates. Sounds good? These are the correct answers. Great job, team. Join me back here for more GRE questions of the day, or reach out to me if you have questions. I'm at Herson Test Prep on Instagram. If something's bothering you or you need a little bit more help studying, I'm always happy to hear from you. And in the meantime, happy studying.